Hello, everyone. I am Miyoshi Price, and we have so much to talk about. So, we're going to start with how you are following your dreams. How are you actively participating in your defined success? Today, I have an honor to introduce to you someone that is a sports journalist, but there's a catch. This sports journalist attends South Miami High School. Like I said, it's high school. Are you kidding me? But she is very invested in her future, and she is looking at different avenues in order to reach the success she desires. So without further ado, I am so thankful that Muriel August will be joining us today. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. We're twinning with the hair today.
I was about to say, okay, baby hairs are laid. Puff is looking good. I like it. I like it. But I did an intro for you. I told them about you being in high school and being a sports journalist. And I know when you DM'd me, you were saying I'm aspiring to be. And then I looked at your profile and I'm like, girl, you're in it. You were in it. And I like that. I like that you are actively creating your own success and finding out your passion. So without telling your story, tell us, how did you start?
Okay, so I started in the sports industry because I would always watch sports. I'm from Miami, and growing up during my childhood, it was, the Miami Heat era because we were on top, the big three, all of that, all of our championships. So I was really interested into basketball and football going into my childhood. And my mom was like, you are talking way too much. Every day you're talking about sports. You need to work as a journalist. And then I researched it and thought, all the things that you need to research when you're looking at, your career choice. And I said, this is definitely for me.
So your mom was definitely in your ear saying you were just talking so much. I'm sure you were talking about the stats and the players and what could have been done better and creating a whole story. Like they had a stage at their home and you were performing.
Yes, basically.
So we all know you're in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to South Miami High School,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And are there programs that are tailored to your career choice, or are you doing this just on the fly?
Yes, we have a magnet program. It's a TV production magnet program. And within there, we actually have an entire studio at our high school. So that's really what really pushed me out there and gave me the opportunity to go to basketball games, to go to football games. That type of stuff is not mandatory for the classes because you have to take 2 classes every single year of your high school. So it's kind of like majoring, but on the high school level. So that basically gave me the opportunity, and I took a chance forward and I asked my teachers, hey, could I go to the basketball game? Can I go to the football game, do some interviews?
So you took it upon yourself.
Yes.
I like that, the initiative, the persistence. That's beautiful. I know you're creating all these interviews. How are you putting them together? Who's helping you with creating this content and putting it somewhere that everyone can see?
Okay, so at the start, during my freshman year, our teacher taught us how to create a package, how to film a package, a news package. And he taught us everything that we needed to know, filming, editing. And within there, when I go out into the field, like a basketball court, or I'm reporting on any event, I usually have a cameraman with me. It's not all of the time, but most of the time I do have a camera person with me, and I have an editor. Sometimes I have to edit and sometimes I have to do camera by myself, but I do have a team that helps me.
Ooh, tell me about a challenging moment when you were a one-man band and it was just you, your camera, and your beautiful smile. How did that go?
Okay, so I remember we had a football game. It wasn't homecoming, but it was definitely a big game coming up for us. And I remember asking my usual camera guy, hey, can you go to the game with me and film? And he was like, oh, no, sorry, I have to do something else. So I asked other cameramen within our class, but everyone said no, they were busy or they had something to do. And me being a fan also as a reporter, I'm like, no, we cannot miss this game. I know that our other Cobras, because we're the Cobras, I know that the other Cobras want to watch the game live. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna go with my phone and I'm gonna live stream. And from there, I live stream on the sidelines and I did interviews all by myself.
Girl, I see. That is magic right there. Black girl magic all day long. You're like, look, we're not stopping the show. The audience has something they want to see, and I am going to give that to them. I'm going to offer it. I really like that self-initiative, because in this industry, I know a lot of times you're trying to figure out how to do stuff and who can be a part of your team in order to accomplish a goal. I'm like looking at your stuff and I'm just like, she is really doing it. And so I had to bring up Cobra TV because you talked about your mascot being the Cobras. How is it working with Cobra TV?
I love working with Cobra TV. The people there are inspiring and they push you to do better. I have fellow reporters that are like, Nuri, do you want to do this story with me? Or Nuri, could you help me out with this story? And even when I feel like, sometimes, I have classes, I have ACE classes and AP classes, it's difficult to also go to the basketball games and to go to the football games. But when you have somebody else motivating you and willing to say, hey, come do this with me, it's so much more easier and it makes my job extremely easier.
Tell me one of your most exciting interviews that you've done and how did you go about getting that interview?
Okay, so I think my most exciting interview would have to be with the football players. So I interviewed at my school. The Cobra football trio is what I called them, because there are three of our players, they're really amazing football players, and they're just always together. So they're like best friends at the school, and every time you see them, they're always together. Mm-hmm. So I thought, okay, let's do a new segment where we feature friendships and, trios within sports. So after that, I told my teacher about it and I pitched the idea to him and he was like, okay, this sounds good. After that, they were the first people that I decided to interview. And I think that was my favorite because it was really me branching out on my own, doing my own segment, because I had to build my own studio because obviously it's a new show. So you can't really use the same set. So, I had to go out to different classrooms because it's a school. So I had to go out to different classrooms like, oh, this couch looks nice. Can I borrow this coach? Can I borrow this couch, Mr.? And I put that couch together. I brought curtains from my home and basically I built the set. I produced it. I directed it. So of course I had a lot of help from my classmates, but I feel like that was really my project and my little baby that I grew.
Now you said football players. Now you said they come in threes, right? So those guys usually have the most energetic vibe. They are funny. It could be distracting. How do you conduct yourself, your professionalism, when interviewing people that you have to reel in? Like, what are your techniques?
So dealing with athletes usually is a little bit more difficult being a girl, because they try to come at you in a way like, oh, she's a pretty girl, let me try to. So you have to have that like, hey, I'm not like that, I'm not playing around, like I'm being serious. Hey, would you like to do an interview? So if you come and you ask them in a very professional way, then they're gonna get that, oh, this girl is professional, she's serious about what she's doing. So that's usually how I would approach them and talk to them.
How do you get your sound bites? Like, I know they say some crazy stuff. Like, what type of questions have you asked to get some crazy sound bite that probably went viral in your school?
Okay, so one of the greatest sound bites that I asked them a question about the City Girls. So the City Girls is a more like feminine type, is a more feminine hood type song. So when I asked football players, macho football players about the City Girls, because I was playing a true or false game with them. So I was like, guys, is it true that you guys like the City Girls? And they looked at me like, wait, how does she know? And they're like, yes, we like the City Girls. And they started singing their songs. So I would say that would be one of my favorite sound bites.
Nice. So you know how to break the ice.
Yeah.
Who are some people that you admire in the industry, or a teacher that have guided you in this process? Who are those people and why?
So first, I want to say the person who really pushed me would be my parents, because my school is about an hour drive away. So they have to drive me there. Yes. They drive me there every morning and pick me up every afternoon. And sometimes I'm there the whole day because basketball games are later. So I would have to stay there. Probably I get to school at around 6, and then I would come home at around 10 o'clock at night. So they would have to drive me, come and pick me up. So I really do appreciate my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Another person that I would want to thank is, I remember my 3rd grade teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She was a writing teacher, and she really pushed me, like, you could write. Oh, wow, you're a great writer. And I feel like she taught me the skills that I needed, and she gave me the motivation that I needed. Jamel Hill is also one of my biggest inspirations because growing up, she was the first Black woman that I seen on ESPN. ESPN is my goal, and it's where I want to be. So seeing, a Black woman on there really is inspiring to me.
Mm-hmm. I love that first you started off with your parents. I have really good parents too. I've been blessed to have awesome parents. So shout out to the parents. We're cheersing you. We'll add some claps in the edit for them for sure. Cause an hour drive just to get to high school, that's dedication, not only for you to get up, but just your parents being so invested in your education that you get the very best. Yeah. And then you said a 3rd grade teacher. Like, how humble is that you go back and you think about the 3rd grade teacher that talked about your writing skills, and now here you are, a journalist, writing your segments and going out writing interviews and conducting interviews. It's just like it's a full circle, and I like that as well. And then you said Jamil, like, she is, I feel the same way about her. I love that she speaks her mind. She's bold. She researches what she's saying so that it's fact when she's saying it. And then you also have that feeling, like her tone and the delivery is just so inspiring and informative. And I love it. And you said ESPN. I love Carrie Champion. Yeah. I don't know if you know about her.
I love Carrie Champion. I was on her live yesterday.
Really? What was she talking about? Share with us, because I know it was something good.
She was going live with other people. I tried to get on a live, but it wasn't on there. But she was going live with other people, and she was basically playing a game and talking about quarantine and how, we want to stay happy, and, it's just amazing stuff.
What are you doing during this quarantine that helps get you closer to your career goal and your passion?
Okay, so we're still doing Cobra TV News because it's like a news station. So we still have to go on and provide content. So I'll usually Skype with my producers, and we'll have a pre-production meeting like we're in class, and we'll go live. Like, I will go live from my living room or from wherever it is. And yeah, so I'm basically practicing my skills and still going on. If I would do interviews with people that I see that are inspiring, like you, of course, I DM'd you. So I'm just trying to research and read books on journalism to try to better my skills.
People like yourself, I feel, are helping with your advice, are helping other people get energized about just creating a better them. I'm always waking up like, how can I be a better Miyoshi? And I have like little mantras saying that you're an amazing woman, you're a phenomenal woman, you're an educated woman. And if I don't feel like I'm smart at that very moment, I'm like, how can I be smarter? Syracuse, watch out. Nira August is ready. She is going to be a student in 2022.
Yes.
2022. Isn't that amazing?
You know what's so funny too? South Miami, their color is actually orange.
Oh yeah, so your transition will be smooth.
I know, right?
You to wear that color. Is there anything that you would like to share with the audience, or you just want to?
So I would say, if you are within my age group or even older, try to figure out your surroundings. I know not everybody has opportunities to go to the best school, but make the best of where you're at. So let's say you go to your home school, you can still go and ask your coach, hi, I'm aspiring to be, let's take out aspiring. I am a sports journalist, and I want to know if I can just be on the sidelines during a game. I want to go live for your fans. You know, what I try to do in the beginning is kind of like bribe them with game film, because all coaches want game film. So it's like, okay, I'll let you be on the sideline if you're getting us game film.
Right, right.
But you can go up and you can talk to your coaches and say, hi, I'm a sports journalist. Can I maybe do 2 interviews after? Even if it's just with your phone and you don't have a microphone, you don't look, you can build up to it.
That's right. Use what you got until you get to the next level. Just look, this world is our playground, and it's for our creation. It's for us to create. It's for us to just be active. So that's wonderful. I thank you so much. We will be in contact as soon as I figure out when's the next e-class so that I can sign you up, or probably just do it that way, and you can join the hosting code, because Kristen Smith is a huge resource when it comes to learning the industry and learning on camera professionalism and skills that every, I think, TV host, personality, reporter needs to learn. And I'm learning under her leadership, and I think that you will be able to develop some skills as well. So thank you so much. This was a lot of information, a lot of storytelling, and I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you. Bye.
All righty. Have a good one.
You too.
So there you have it. We have talked about her dreams, her aspirations, her family life, her school life, her experience, where she wants to be in the future. She is dynamic, and it was an amazing opportunity to talk to her and just learn more about her. And I hope that inspires even more young people to start now. You're not too young. And then if you feel like you're too old, you're not too old. Like I shared that I'm starting this journey and I'm at a certain age. I've gone to college, I've done all these amazing things, but I want to reinvent myself. And so I hope this part in this segment taught you a little something and encouraged you to go after your dreams. You can do it. Every bite creates an amazing story, and I'm ready to make memories with you.